welcome to the third episode of Against the Grain.
Yes, I'm Daniel.
I'm Andrew, and today we'll be talking about our predictions for SummerSlam and all its glory, even though it's going to be a terrible pay-per-view.
Yeah, because they've had such a good track record, since WrestleMania, so every race, every pay-per-view after WrestleMania this year has been just astounding, so.
I know. I think the only good match that's going to be in this is Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. I think that's going to be the only good match.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the highlight of the night, honestly.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like Jinder, but I genuinely think he's like a good worker. And
he is a good worker.
And he could be the opponent that Nakamura really needs to demonstrate the two of them as the top stars and all that.
I completely agree with that.
Because don't get me wrong, when they brought Nakamura up to the main card and they had him feud with Dolph Ziggler for a while,
God.
I don't mind Dolph Ziggler, but in terms of demonstrating how good Nakamura is as a wrestler, Dolph Ziggler maybe was not the first choice they should have went with.
That's true. Now, what did they call when they moved him up? The artist formerly known as Shinsuke Nakamura or something.
Oh God, that's
I can't remember. I think that's what they called him.
If that is what they've called him, then it's always a good thing when you're making, you're giving someone a nickname to take the piss out of. I think Prince once did.
I know. But right, let's talk about SummerSlam and what our predictions and what our kind of hopes are going to be for it. I think we should start off with the Cruiserweight Championship because I personally feel it's going to be on the pre-show.
Aye.
I think what I'm looking at, it looks like it's going to be the only one that's going to be on the pre-show, unless it's going to be the Big Show versus Big Cass on the pre-show.
Yeah, I could see that on the pre-show as well. So, is the Intercontinental belt being defended?
Sorry?
Is the Intercontinental belt being defended?
I think so. I think it's being defended. Well, I think it's being defended against.
I just don't see it on the card here.
No, I believe it's against. What's his name? Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah, the Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan, yes.
Yeah. No, it's just. I thought it's just because I'm so used to the Intercontinental belt at the moment being on the pre-show.
That's actually true.
Which is really annoying because that's meant to be the second tier belt next to the World Championship. So
yeah. I don't see it on this card, but right, let's just get rid of the Big Show versus Big Cass. Don't get me wrong, I like Big Cass being a heel. But he really needs to be this vicious heel.
Yeah, they should have made him go after anyone but the Big Show.
Oh, I know.
For instance, the one of the big matches is Lesnar versus Reigns versus Strowman versus Joe.
Yeah.
I honestly would have replaced Reigns with Big Cass. Have Reigns do something else, Okay, I'm not trying to hate on Reigns. Okay, I'm just saying if I had to eliminate, if you told me, right, swap one of these guys out of this match, I'd have to pick Reigns. So, and I'm just thinking it would give Big Cass a bigger push because Reigns has had 1,000 pushes at this point. Mm-hmm. He has plenty of other chances to get more pushes and all that. Really. Putting Big Cass in a feud with the Big Show right now is just feels tedious and annoying because it's just let's get the two guys with big in their name to fight one another.
Yeah, that's very true. Though I'm going to disagree with you on the whole Big Cass should be going into a Universal Championship with Brock Lesnar because in my opinion he's going to get completely eaten by Brock Lesnar.
I'm not saying he should win, I'm just saying give him something more interesting to do, So
true, but there's nothing really he can do at the moment. They're keeping up this feud with Enzo with him, and it's just boring.
Yeah, I don't know how long Enzo's actually going to be in the company now. I mean,
He's going to be a manager.
he'll either be a manager or they'll move him to the cruiserweight division. So
Yeah, very true. I think they're moving Kalisto over to the cruiserweight, I believe.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. It's not like Neville holds the monopoly in that belt or anything, you know. So
Yeah, but Neville is awesome.
yeah, like I'm just looking at the match here for the cruiserweight championship, and I'm just like, no, Neville is not losing that belt. I just don't believe, like, not unless he gets screwed the title by his opponent or anything.
That might actually happen because isn't
Oh yeah, Titus O'Neil's like helping the guy.
yeah
so.
I'm going to butcher this name, Akira Tozawa, I think.
Is it Akira Tozawa?
I don't know. I don't.
I think I got it closer than you might have
Yeah,
done.
let's put it this way. I butcher my own language. I'm going to butcher their language.
Andrew, I found a job for you.
2 secs. What?
Dumfries Ice Ball-based ice hockey team are looking for new people to join their media team. They're hoping to build their online presence and develop a Sharks TV channel. Like for anyone interested in media, perhaps a team of media students or people with a keen interest. Oh, I don't know the volunteer issues.
Ha! Sorry about that. But I feel like Titus might have a hand in this some way.
Was there like a reason why Titus isn't like also wrestling at the moment? Like he's giving this guy a helping hand. I can't remember. Was he injured or something?
I don't know. I think he's just this whole Titus Worldwide thing.
All right.
I think he's trying to become the next Paul Heyman.
Yeah, but no, there. I don't know if there is an ex Paul Heyman though.
I think that's what they're trying to build him up to.
Yeah, but like, well. One of the definitely the missing things from WWE is like the idea of like managers and stuff like that. When you really think about managers, it's like there's Paul Heyman, and so I guess try to put more like people in manager positions isn't a terrible idea. But the problem is the reason only Paul Heyman is the one that's kind of making it work is because he's Paul Heyman though.
Exactly, he's Paul Heyman.
Like this is a guy who once actually did compete against WWE, like at one point, like I mean, like I'm not saying ECW like made like loads of money or anything, but like it was like, while the Monday Night Wars were happening, ECW was kind of like the one chilling in the background, just like yeah, you know, I am here, you know, so
Yeah.
that Paul Heyman's like a smart guy and all that. He's really made like his management with Brock Lesnar work and all that. It's what, you know, it's why whenever they like obviously try and get Paul Heyman to do something like they've written, it doesn't quite work. Whereas when they let Paul Heyman just do what he wants with Brock, it works very good. But I don't know, like I just don't know about the whole Titus thing right now.
Right. Okay. Well, your predictions on Neville and Akira.
I think Neville's gonna win.
Yeah, Neville's going to win. Simple as that. Unless I'm saying Neville, but there might be the possibility that Titus will get involved.
If it's on the pre-show, Neville will win. If it's on the main card, it remains to be seen, I guess.
I guess so.
It's
But
a 50-50 chance at that point. So
yeah, I'm going with the king of the cruiserweights. You know, he's just got too much charisma.
yeah.
Let's go with Randy Orton versus Rusev now.
Oh, you know, this is what people have been wanting to see. You know,
No one wants to see it. I don't want to see it. It sounds boring to me.
yeah. I mean, it just kind of feels like they have these two because like they're like known for like putting on great shows and all that, but they're just kind of like, well, we need them to do something, but we don't quite know what to do with them right now. So it's just like, just have them wrestle for a while.
No, what I'm looking at here on the match card is going, during a promo where he claimed he could not be stopped, Rusev was interrupted by Orton, who vowed to stop him. I'm sorry, Rusev. John Cena stopped you a long time ago. He stopped your push. He buried you. He literally buried you 20 feet deep, and you've never recovered.
Yeah, it still annoys me that like all the recent stuff with Rusev, where he was like demanding a title shot.
Yeah, that's been like swept under the rug.
Yeah, nothing came of that. Like, which is so annoying because that would have been interesting. I would have loved to see Rusev get a title shot at the World Championship.
He should have appeared at Money in the Bank and actually, just took the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
He literally should have just took it.
Yeah, I think that would have been an amazing setup. Actually, imagine he's been demanding a title shot at the event. They don't give him it, so he just like sabotages the briefcase match.
Yeah,
and just gets the briefcase. That would have been amazing. I would have preferred that over Baron Corbin getting it. So
exactly. I mean that would have been interesting, but again, alas, we're stuck with this crappy match. I'm sorry, but it's a crappy match. It's one of those things where they're just trying to fill a spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna predict it right now. All Rusev is gonna do is he's gonna like throw Orton about, scream a lot, say some stuff about Bulgaria, scream a lot, and then Orton's just gonna hit a couple of RKO's, and then he's gonna pin Rusev, and then we're all gonna wish, we could erase that entire thing that we just witnessed from our memory.
Yeah. You know what I really want to see again? I want to see like Orton like hit an RKO out of nowhere, then do like a jumping splits like he done ages ago. I don't know if you've seen that YouTube clip, but it's like, Orton does an RKO on someone and he just jumps up and does like a jumping splits, and he's so excited about himself. I'm kind of like,
no, I would see if they want to give Rusev his momentum back. They need to do a repeat of Goldberg versus Lesnar with him. Just have him beat Orton like a minute. That'll give him his momentum back. It will. Sorry, what?
Then that destroys Randy's momentum, or whatever momentum he had.
But he's like, how many times has he won the world title? Tell me.
Like loads.
Yeah, it didn't kill Brock Lesnar's momentum, because they're already like at the top of the cards.
Yeah, but with Brock Lesnar, he's.
I guess with Brock Lesnar, he kind of deserved it. I mean,
no, Brock Lesnar didn't deserve it. They needed someone to come in as a proper.
The whole thing with the UFC scandal and all that. So
true, but they needed Brock Lesnar to come back as like a proper monster. They needed that monster to come back. Shut up, phone.
Nah, but the thing is though, like there was the whole thing with the UFC scandal and all that, and I actually think the Goldberg match was very appropriate as like kind of a punishment, because I watched a shoot interview with Ryback. I seem to watch those a lot, just because I'm actually interested to see what like someone who was once in the company who's now on the outside, what he still thinks of it and all that. He has said that like the wellness policy does not apply to part-timers.
All right, okay.
So Brock Lesnar doesn't get drug tested.
Strange.
Yeah. So, if that's something that the WWE have been like sweeping under the rug, and then UFC are the ones that finally caught it out, because even though he was only part-time going back to UFC, they still did the drug test on him, because why wouldn't you? They were just like, oh crap, we better do something to like remedy this then.
No, but I mean, Ryback is just awesome. The big guy.
I still remember watching. Was it the 2016 Royal Rumble where Triple H won?
Yes, I believe that was 2016.
Yeah. I still remember like watching that clip, of when Ryback like comes out as like numbers, like he's 20 something. And he's just running about and screaming, "Feed me more!" And I just distinctly remember my brother just going, "What the fuck is this guy?" Like if you have no context for what Ryback is actually about, he will confuse the shit out of you. So
That's true. Right. Predictions for this match for Randy Orton versus Rusev.
Orton's gonna win.
Looking for it, right?
Orton, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. We spoke about
Just think another nice one.
Rusev being this unstoppable beast, but I just said that he was stopped by John Cena, so let's move on to John Cena versus Baron Corbin. I like Baron Corbin.
I'm not the biggest fan actually.
I mean, I'm not a fan of him. I like his character, but they've literally just changed his entrance and given him cane trunks. And it's like you're making this guy into a cane. Are you serious?
Hey, if he comes out with like a weird mask and says he was in a fire recently, and then
I'm gonna honestly, if that happens, I'm gonna literally fly headbutt my TV.
be careful, that ended Daniel Bryan's career. So
Though he might be coming back eventually.
yeah, because the only doctor that won't clear him is WWE's doctor. So
That's true.
he could, once his contract expires, he could just like go Ring of Honor again or something and
True.
compete. So
But what do you think of this match?
it's tough to say because I don't know, because Cena obviously lost to Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they'll let Cena lose twice in a row, but at the same time Cena's also like shooting Bumblebee right now. So a second defeat might be enough for Cena to be like, right, I'm giving it a break for now.
Plus, he's booked for the next Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be in the Raw after SummerSlam. So he might lose.
But the thing is though, at the same time, like and also because they don't want to make Baron Corbin look weak if he's the one with the briefcase.
True.
They could like do a thing where like he beats Cena, and now that makes people think, oh, if he cashes in the briefcase, the champion's going to go down pretty much. So
No, you know what would be funny? If
What?
John Cena wins, he
Okay.
takes the Money in the Bank briefcase,
okay,
he goes to Raw, he beats whoever has the title after SummerSlam,
right?
and takes it all the way to WrestleMania for just Roman Reigns to beat him.
Oh no! Please no! Please no! Do you think anyone is going to look at the poster for next year's WrestleMania with a picture of John Cena and Roman Reigns and think to themselves, "Yes, I need to watch that"?
No, I think they literally ripped down WrestleMania.
Like that. Just saying, like when it comes to like main events on like posters and all that, it's got to be like, oh my god, I need to see this match now. Obvious ones would be something like the Once in a Lifetime poster for The Rock versus Cena, even though that became a trilogy.
Well, it wasn't a trilogy; it was a two-parter.
I thought it was a trilogy. I
No, it
thought
was
they
a two-
faced each other 3 times.
No, it was
so.
a two-parter. The Rock won the first time, then John Cena came back from Diversity and beat The Rock and
Right.
took back everything that he lost.
Nah, but when we thought it was Once in a Lifetime though, and you see like those two guys in the poster, you're like, oh yeah. Whereas if I see Cena and Roman Reigns on it, and it's like, I don't know what would the tagline be, just like the Roman Empire shall rise again, or like he'll just be like, no, fuck that noise, no.
Here's the thing: WWE will continually to try and throw Roman Reigns down the fans' throat. I like him. I don't think he should be top. He's a good character. I like his character. Should he get rid of the whole Shield gimmick? Yes, he should get his own gimmick.
Yeah, because it feels like both Seth and Dean have moved away
Yeah,
from that, but like Roman is still wearing like the SWAT armor and stuff. He still has the Shield theme song.
yeah. Because here's the thing: when Roman Reigns won WrestleMania, I think 2015, I believe.
Yeah.
The Rock came out and raised his hand. And here's the thing:
Oh
If
no,
I-
that was the Royal Rumble 2015.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sorry.
I thought you said WrestleMania. So.
No. No, The Rock raised his hand, and everybody
He's still
booed.
got- Yeah.
And here's the thing: if The Rock can't get you over, no one can. No
Yeah.
one can. Like no one can. And this is the thing, I'm guessing this is what they think. At WrestleMania they're gonna go into this feud with John Cena and Roman Reigns, and Reigns is gonna win and be the top guy of WWE because he beat John Cena. Because John Cena doesn't want to be a part. Well, he does want to be a part of WWE, but not as a full-time worker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just got sick.
What were we saying?
I just thought of a better tagline for the Cena Reigns fight actually.
Right.
I don't know, like the next country in the Roman Empire is Cena Nation.
Oh God.
Just yeah, that would be the tagline for the match. Yeah.
No.
Oh come on, I could see it. I could see it now. Cena Nation is now part of the Roman Empire. Oh, that'd be his promo Raw after WrestleMania. Instead of "This is my yard now," he would just be like, "The Cena Nation is now in my empire," and everybody just boos.
God. Right, but let's get back to John Cena versus.
Do you not know it's his yard?
You can fuck off. No, but let's get back to John Cena versus Baron Corbin. I like Baron Corbin.
No, I'm not a big fan. No, so
I do like him. I think he has a decent character, and I think his movesets are quite good.
yeah, but his feud with Dean Ambrose was so boring.
But that wasn't up to him. That was how it was written.
I know, but I mean, like, even like badly written storylines could be saved by two good performers. And if we're to be believed, do you think Baron Corbin's a good performer? I think Ambrose is a good performer. So why was it still so fucking boring? I know. They should have just, even if the writing was shit, they should have just went full over the top. Like, it's not. It's like the whole thing about like when you hear like a line in a movie and people go, "Oh, that's a terrible line." Maybe the line itself wasn't necessarily bad. Maybe it was just the way the actor said it and the way the director did it. If like two wrestlers have like a shit storyline, but they like push each other to like make it believable, then it could be like great. Like when Booker T and Edge fought over a shampoo commercial, but I still cry.
Right, predictions for John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
I'm gonna say Baron Corbin's gonna win.
I'm going with good old John Cena and his burying skills.
Oh, we'll see then. We'll see. So we'll see now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, okay, well apparently Kai's had her saying this. Apparently she says Daniel Bryan's going to win.
all right.
Yes, Daniel Bryan's is just going to come in and kick John Cena and Baron Corbin's ass.
Oh, if only. If only.
What match do you think is going to be next?
Third one.
Or do you mean
I'm very lonely.
maybe Finn Balor versus Bray Bryant?
We buy it?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I meant. He might as well be called that now.
Yeah, true, because he's dead. His character is dead.
Eater of worlds. Well, I'm the eater of words. I can't even pronounce them correctly. So
Here's the thing, Finn Balor's going to win. Finn Balor's going to come out as the Demon on Raw, and it's going to be, the God against the Demon.
typically, doesn't a god win in that match? I mean,
Well,
just saying. If you've ever read the Bible, I mean? Things
the
didn't really
Bible
end well
sucks.
just saying things didn't really end well for Satan when he tried fighting God. But I mean,
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I know it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Comparing, this ancient myth to wrestlers in the modern day. But
It's the Demon King battle.
yeah. Well, What do you think that match is going to be like, though? Because
I think it's going to be a very interesting match, mainly for the fact I'm a massive Balor fan. I love Balor. Balor's fantastic. I think he's, I followed his career from when he was in New Japan Wrestling.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, I thought he was a fantastic when he was in Bullet Club.
That's pretty cool.
I thought he was a fantastic wrestler.
I'm actually like a pretty big Wyatt fan when he's used correctly. That is,
Don't get me wrong. If Wyatt can be used, if he's just let loose, he's fantastic. But they're kind of trying to bring him down into like this neatly package that what WWE wants. But he should just be, let loose to do whatever he wants. It's kind of like Paul Heyman. Bray Wyatt should be just let loose.
No, but the thing about Bray Wyatt, as you were saying about Finn Balor, like you've been watching him since like New Japan and all that.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to me and Bray Wyatt actually.
When he was Husky Harris?
Yeah. I've been following that man since he was Husky Harris. Yeah. So like, just I mean, it's just to go from such an amazing character like that to an even more amazing character.
Husky Harris was an amazing character.
I know it's called sarcasm. So, I mean, but that's the thing though. That's why that's the problem though. When Bray is like going through like a shit phase, you can just hear someone in the audience go, "Husky Harris, Husky." I
know.
It's
bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I feel.
Do you think there will actually be much wrestling going on, or do you think they're just going to do the whole oogity boogity spooky stuff at each other for ages?
I hope not.
Because whenever Bray goes up against another character who's kind of supernatural, like his little confrontation with the Boogeyman at the Royal Rumble comes to mind. they just stood and looked at each other doing their spooky shit, and it's like, are you actually gonna fight?
No.
They might as well have just like when they were doing all their spooky shit and they were looking at another and they're like crawling on the ground and all that. I was just thinking to myself, for fuck's sake, just make out already, okay? Like,
no, that kind of reminds me of WrestleMania with Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt's doing his spider thing.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker just sits up and Bray's just kind of like, I just crap myself. And The Undertaker's just looking at him like, I'm going to kill you.
No, I just feel like because now we're gonna get another thing, like at WrestleMania when he was up against Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the more I think about that match, I don't remember much of like any of the wrestling in it. All I remember is when Bray would do like the crawl and then just projections would appear in the ring. And it's like, just when I think back to the match, just like, that was the entire match. It was just like, oh, Orton, you can't beat me because I can summon a projector. Ooh.
They tried to do something very similar to the Final Deletion with Matt and Jeff Hardy at TNA. They freaking tried it and they failed. The reason why the Final Deletion actually worked was because it was actually like a proper production. Like it was actually like a proper TV film production.
Yeah.
Where House of Horrors was just terrible.
Man, the House of Horrors still makes me laugh though, just because I feel like someone on the writing team played Resident Evil 7 and was like, oh man, we need to put this in, and then even that, it gets funnier when you think about like when Orton's walking through the house, he's not even found Bray yet, and he's just finding all this like weird shit sitting around.
Yeah.
And all it makes me think is, how long did from if you're going from the perspective of these two are actually like real people and they are actually fighting over this,
Mm.
Are you telling me Bray was just like sitting in this house all day, like knitting all this stuff together, just like, oh man, this is really gonna scare the shit out of him.
I wonder if there was ever like an assistant production assistant who just kind of went, this is fucking shit.
I just remember watching it. I'm just like, like, did Vince Russo guest write this? You know, I mean, it feels like something he would guest write.
That's very true.
It's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, like there's gonna be like the match is gonna finish in the ring, right? But first they're gonna be like 50 miles away at this mansion, and they're just gonna throw each other through walls and stuff, and like there's just gonna be dolls everywhere. It's gonna be creepy, and then somehow they're gonna finish in the ring, but they'll only be like 5 minutes away, even though they're 50 miles away. Don't worry, it's gonna be like that. That's all I'm imagining.
That's very true. But with this one, I think it's going to be a proper match. I think it'll be, I generally feel it's going to be the God versus the Demon King, and no like spooky stuff, just a proper match.
Is anyone in the Wyatt family right now, or is it just Bray?
It's just Bray at the moment, but apparently he posted a picture like a month ago or something of the Wyatt family, like Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. So
it'd be interesting to just see him like have someone to help him interfere or something.
I have a feeling that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to come back. I have that feeling because it's a Raw and SmackDown event, so I have that feeling.
Yeah, they can't pull Braun Strowman into it. So
no, they can't. So that's why I think my predictions for this, without any interference whatsoever, I feel Balor is going to win.
I think Balor's going to win too. So,
but there is that strong possibility that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to appear and, win the match for Bray.
There is a possibility they'll interfere, but Finn will bust out of it though. Because he's only kind of just, when you really think about it, he's only just kind of recently back, so they want to build him up again. So
unless they want to have this feud go on a bit longer.
Can't wait for more oogity boogity, spooky, scary stuff. So
where I personally feel Finn should be moving his way up to becoming champion again.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, okay, on to... So I would say let's talk about Alexa Bliss versus whoever is going to win. But they haven't done they're doing the thing, the match between Nia, whatever her name is, Nia Jackson versus Sasha Banks tonight.
Yeah.
Or if wherever you're listening to this, they're doing it on Monday Night Raw. So you're probably going to know exactly who's won by the time you listen to this. But we can't really talk about this because Bayley got her shoulder injured.
Yeah.
So we really can't talk about this. But let's go on to Naomi versus Natalya.
This is one that like I feel like, even though I've not really been keeping up with the SmackDown women's division, I probably, just the way things are looking now, I can really say it is I think Naomi's probably going to win.
Carmella's going to come out and win.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. Like Naomi will beat Natalya, but then there's time after that for Carmella to cash in. So
you know what? I have a feeling that's going to happen. I don't know if it might, but I feel Natalya will win. Then Carmella's going to come out and win the title. I just have that feeling that Natalya's going to win it, and within seconds of winning it, she's going to be sabotaged, and Carmella's going to win. She's going to just hand in the Money in the Bank and win.
How's about this for a prediction? Okay, you know, like Natalya and Bret Hart have the same like guitar streak.
Yeah.
At the beginning of their theme song. My prediction is Naomi enters the ring and then like they're waiting for Natalya, but then something happens where she can't compete, so the guitar streak still goes off, but then Bret Hart steps in to take care of her.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm just surprised everyone think, oh, she's finally walking out, but it's like, no, it's Bret Hart, yay! That man who can't physically wrestle anymore.
I know. But I think Carmella's going to win this. There's not much really to talk about this one because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I prefer the Raw. I do prefer the Raw Women's Champion instead of Naomi as female champion.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is a lot more like interesting than the Smack. Like she's made more interesting like a champion than the on Raw than the SmackDown Women's Champion is at the moment. So
exactly, I agree, and I wouldn't mind seeing Nia Jackson going up against her best friend Alexa Bliss.
Aye.
So that would be interesting. So my prediction, Carmella's going to come out and cash in her Money in the Bank.
I'm gonna agree with that too. So
yeah. On to the New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. New Day's going to retain. Simple as that.
Yeah. I don't think there's
I
really much to say about that.
coming out correctly.
Thank you for timing in on the podcast.
That's okay. See?
The New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I feel the New Day is just going to win, but the feud's going to just continue.
Yeah, I think New Day will retain, and then there'll be there'll be an episode of SmackDown where the Usos get the belt or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's typically power plays at SummerSlam where we can't do the title change just yet or something, and they'll do the title change on TV or something, so that the New Day have to gain it back at Survivor Series or something. So
yeah, but again, this is one of the matches that just doesn't interest me. To be honest, it really doesn't.
yeah.
I've seen it go on for far too long, and it just doesn't interest me.
Then maybe we should move on to a match that might actually interest us, which is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the US Championship.
I'm going to go say it's going to be shenanigans.
So it has Shane as the guest referee then still.
Yes, he's going to be the guest referee.
Okay. I'm still going to go with my prediction that I told you before.
Yes.
Which is that Kevin Owens did that thing where he kicked the referee and the referee couldn't see what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're going to play that up. That's foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
That Kevin Owens' kicks blind people, you know? He has sand inside of his shoes. So he's going to kick AJ in the face at one point, and AJ is going to have the exact same thing. And he can't find Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is going to run up behind Shane, say, "I'm over here, you twat." He's going to run up to Shane, do the Styles Clash on him, thinking he's Kevin Owens, and he's gonna lose the match because of that. Because after he does the Styles Clash and Shane, and Shane will probably get a concussion from that. Kevin Owens will then grab Styles and then take the victory. So I think that is the only possible outcome for that match at this point.
It's going to be partial. It's going to be partial. Past the partial.
It has been past the parcel.
It's just going to continue.
It's the song that does not end.
No, it's just going to continue. In my opinion, it's just going to continue, unless say Owens wins and AJ Styles goes, "Fuck it, I'm going to go after the World Championship."
Ooh, I just thought something. What if Jericho interferes?
I think he's on tour.
Again?
Yeah, I think so.
So much for I don't go part time.
He's always been part time.
Yeah, but but the way he claims the way he does it is he doesn't go part time. He does full time runs. He'll sign a contract, so he's always performing there, but then he'll take a big hiatus. That felt like this. He's feeling more like a part timer now, where it's like he does sporadic appearances, and I'm just like, so much for I'm not a part timer.
Yeah. I'm going to go with AJ Styles in this one.
I'm going to stick with my prediction that Kevin Owens is going to take the win with his sand shoes, and AJ's going to do the Styles Clash and Shane.
I'm saying AJ Styles, but this will most likely set up a feud against Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. That's what I believe.
Oh, good. And then we get a WrestleMania match where like Kevin Owens chucks Shane through 60 fucking tables, and Shane and like Kevin Owens you just hear him like whisper to Shane, just like, "Yo, dude, I think we should stop this. I think you're seriously hurt." And Shane's just like, "No, no, no, we could do 60 more."
That's very true. But let's forget about all those little matches and let's get to the thing. The two matches that are the most interesting in this whole SummerSlam event.
Yes, the two. I guess the two big titles. If the Universal title is still being treated like it's it's the equal to the world title.
I feel both of them are not that big. But let's go on with the Universal Championship, because I want to really leave Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura to the very end.
Yeah, because there's a lot to talk about there. So,
so Universal Championship up, against Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe. This has been an interesting feud against them all, from Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. And I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins this. I know Brock Lesnar's going to not win this. He's leaving.
Yeah, he's not going to retain. So basically, the four guys, only three of them have a chance of winning. However, though, I do think there's like a tier of who has the most chance of winning and who has the least chance of winning. I think Reigns has the most chance of winning. Strowman has the least chance of winning, and Joe is somewhere comfortably in the middle there. Though I personally believe Joe should have the highest chance of winning. Joe should be the one to really get pushed here. But I do think they're going to give it to Reigns, though. So
no, I think Samoa's going to win it. Samoa Joe's going to win it. But if anybody, I would love to see Strowman as champion.
Yeah, Strowman would be great. I would love to see him win it too, but I just feel like the way things are with the people who are in the match and all that, he still has the least chance of winning. But at the same time, that gives him kind of like an underdog feeling right now, which is weird because he's meant to be like the guy who can, destroy everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
And he feels like the underdog in a match. It's kind of weird.
Exactly. So, let's just throw Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns away right now and focus on the two more interesting characters, Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. Because Brock Lesnar, he's leaving. It's a guaranteed he's leaving.
Aye, definitely. So.
And Roman Reigns, he's already been champion several times, and it's not that interesting anymore. Just leave him.
But he's not been Universal Champion though.
I don't care.
Vince McMahon cares, okay?
I don't care if Vince McMahon can care. Vince McMahon can go suck a dick.
But, I think he's already sucking a dick. It's called Romans, so like.
But out of everything, I feel Samoa Joe should win this.
Yeah. I think Joe should win it. So
as like a proper heel champion, Samoa Joe would be fantastic.
But at the same time, you and I would also both like to see Strowman win, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. Brock Lesnar was already an unstoppable champion, but like I've seen this, monster among men champion.
Yeah.
Who is going to be like a full timer? That would be real interesting.
Okay, here's a prediction for the match then. Okay, one of my crazy predictions. Okay. Do you remember that time Braun Strowman suplexed Big Show off the top rope and the ring collapsed? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. All right. Roman's going to go to the top rope, right? So Lesnar's like, right, suplex City time from the top rope, grabs him, but then Joe's going to go up behind Brock Lesnar and is going to suplex the two of them. Okay. But then Strowman also gets up and he's like, no, I'm going to suplex the three of you. And not only does he destroy the ring, he destroys the entire stadium. That he would be the most over superstar. Hopefully, if the audience doesn't die in the process, but
here's the way I see it going. It's going to start. They're all going to go after Lesnar. Lesnar's going to go for a table, and he's going to be out 50% of the match.
Right.
Or it's either going to be Braun Strowman that's going to go for a table, and he's going to be out 50% of the match.
I think Reigns will take out Lesnar.
Fuck.
No, I think that would make sense actually if we're going with the idea of Strowman or Joe getting the title. They would still want Roman to look like the big guy and all that.
The big dog.
The best way to do that would be have him eliminate Lesnar, but then have Strowman and Joe be like, shit, he just eliminated Lesnar. We should team up momentarily to get rid of him. And then at that point, best man wins.
No, you know what I really want to see? I really want to see Braun Strowman just pick Roman Reigns up and just bring him down onto his knee and break his back, just like Bane from Batman, and just be like, "You should have respected my authority, Mr. UPS man." I'm not a UPS man. Yes, you are, Mr. UPS man.
I wondered what would break first, your spirit or your body.
Like,
no, I really want to see that. Then I just.
I'm WWE's reckoning. I'm a Batman. Roman Reigns, Ackerman, ashes fire.
But like seeing that, then seeing Samoa Joe literally put Brock Lesnar out, like literally just knocking him out.
mm-hmm.
But I think that would be. I don't know. This match is going to be just a massive. There's not going to be much wrestling. It's just going to be a fight, really.
Yeah.
But I really hope that it's either going to be Samoa Joe or Braun Strowman that's going to win. It's definitely going to be. It's not going to be Lesnar. If it's Lesnar, then I'm going to be really surprised.
Yeah, considering he's planning to leave the company to pursue his MMA career.
Yeah.
I don't think they could let him keep the belt, So for me, I would like Strowman to win. Think that Joe would make the most sense to win, but I think WWE rules though. Reigns is going to win. It's a tough call for me to make, but that's just the way I see it. Like, me personally, Strowman would win. In a regular wrestling sense, Joe would win, but in WWE's sense, Reigns is going to win.
I completely agree with that.
And never underestimate the power of what WWE thinks is right. So,
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Okay, so we got that match over and done with. Let's move on to Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal.
Okay.
You said earlier that you have 7 endings to the match?
Yeah, it might actually be more than 7. There's multiple ways this match can win for either of them.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there's 3 ways for each that this could go down if either of them win. They're both basically the same kind of concept. So here's the first 2 endings. Either Jinder or Nakamura win. Either one of them win, and that's it. That's it. That's the end of the match. One of them wins. Either Jinder retains or Nakamura wins, right?
So that's 1 and 2.
3 and 4 is Jinder wins or Nakamura wins. However, though, Baron Corbin comes up with a briefcase and takes the championship. He cashes in.
So that's technically
he takes advantage of the 2 of them being weak. So that's 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 is that Jinder Nakamura win. Corbin does cash in, but unsuccessfully. And I guess number 7 would be maybe like, I don't know, Nakamura like wins, Baron Corbin cashes in, and then maybe that like pisses off Jinder or something, because
the Great Khali comes out.
I still think I think that might happen during the match at some point. No, wait, that's never ending actually.
What?
Corbin cashes in, but unsuccessfully because Jinder runs away and the Khali comes out and destroys Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Or no, or this. Not this isn't like an ending. Jinder Mahal was getting beaten, and the Great Khali comes out, but halfway down the ramp, Khali's knees give out, and he just crumbles.
That'd be horrible to watch. I would just feel sorry for the guy at that point.
I think I'd just turn over the TV at that point, just like nope.
It'd be like the time Vince McMahon's knees like capsized. Like
his knees didn't blow out. It was his. Oh, what was it? It was the same thing that happened to Hunter.
Well, was it his quads or something? I don't know.
Both his quads tore.
Yeah, so you're like watching the boss shout at like his employees while he's like sitting on the ground like a school child. It's like,
I mean, imagine like.
I'll give him this. He's staying in character.
Here's the thing, right? That the ending of that Royal Rumble wasn't meant to end like that. Batista was meant to win.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a botch right there. And Vince McMahon was so angry, like he came out like unbelievably pissed, right? And when he got into the ring, he slid under the ring and he blew both of his quads out, right? But that's not the thing. Imagine like the most scariest boss you've ever imagined sitting there and knowing that he's done something to himself that he can't stand, and that's made him more angry, right?
Yeah.
And you've already messed something up that's meant to be a big thing. You've messed something big up, and you're terrified on what's going to happen. And this man who can't stand, who's already pissed off, is screaming at you while he's sitting on the floor like a child. How scared would you be after you finish that match and go back? How scared would you be? I'd be shitting myself.
I don't know. I would have felt it was just I just got chewed out by the boss baby. I mean, like,
you know what?
Because he's like down that on the ground. He's like looking up at you, like shouting. It's like what? I mean,
you know what? In my situation, I would have like won the match, and I would have left through the crowd, and just got into the first plane I saw and went home. And ignored the texts and hoped by the time I got back to work the next week that everything was hush hush.
Yeah. However, though, back to Jinder Nakamura though.
Yeah.
The issue here is that I don't think people want to see Nakamura lose to Jinder. Because they want Nakamura to look strong, right?
Yeah.
But then I feel like Corbin is going to cash in if Nakamura wins. And he's going to get the belt. And then Nakamura's just going to be back to stage one. The alternative to that is Jinder wins. Corbin cashes in, gets off of Jinder. Then Nakamura and Jinder compete for number one contender for the thing. Nakamura gets number one contender and beats Corbin and then eventually gets the belt. The issue with that scenario is that you've just made Shinsuke look weak because again, it's like nobody wants to. It's like I've had this mini journey of him getting this title shot. It's like nobody wants to see that again. We just want him to have the title now.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because you get these people who like their journey to get the title is more interesting than their title run. Whereas Shinsuke, I feel, is someone who his title run will be the interesting part. Mm-hmm. Over the journey, so just give him the title already.
I completely agree with that.
And I know it really is a tough call for me because this is actually like a case where like I know a lot of people don't like Jinder, but like I actually really like the two of these guys.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know what they would do with Jinder if he lost the title. But I really want Shinsuke Nakamura to be champion. I think he deserves to be champion.
Yeah. The problem is there's just that looming sword of Damocles of Baron Corbin coming out and taking the title. So
yeah, I completely agree with that. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they leave that until later on, at some point.
Aye, definitely.
but I really hope that Nakamura becomes champion and he relishes to be champion, and it does start another feud with Baron Corbin, well, not against with Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura, but Baron Corbin's just kind of there taunting him, his time is up really.
Aye.
So I really hope that something like that happens. But my predictions are going to be that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win this. He deserves this belt.
I'm actually going to say I think Jinder will win. Corbin will cash in, take the title off of Jinder. Nakamura will regain the number one contender position and win it back on TV. Because WWE have done that one too many times before.
I don't know.
They've done it. They did it to Goldberg.
Oh, that's true.
Where he was scheduled to destroy everyone at the Elimination Chamber, but then they suddenly had Triple H pull out the sledgehammer and then get the championship, and they decided to give Goldberg the belt on TV a month later, and it was like, why didn't you give him the belt on the event that because nobody's gonna go back and watch an old TV match.
Yeah. No,
people typically stick, if you're going to go back to watch old wrestling and all that. You typically go back and watch the pay-per-views. People are going to go back and watch that pay-per-view and be all like, "Why didn't Goldberg win?" And if you're just like a casual fan, you're not going to look at the TV matches and you're not going to realize it was because they were saving it for later.
Yeah.
So they've done it way too many times with some people. Where it's like, oh, we'll give them it on TV later down the... Bayley as well, they did it. She her match at the Royal Rumble against Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So everyone thought, all right, that means they're going to have a rematch at Mania, and Bayley's going to have her big WrestleMania moment. But instead, no, she won it on TV before Mania, and then she retained it at Mania. It was like, wouldn't this have been more triumphant had she won it against Charlotte at Mania? And we wouldn't have had the clusterfuck that was that women's match,
That's very, very true. But
and now everybody hates Bayley, so that's just all I'm seeing right now.
True. But I really want Nakamura to win. I really do.
I do want Nakamura to win as well. However, though, I'm gonna go with my gut feeling here and say Jinder will win with Corbin. Coming out with the Money in the Bank, and he's gonna sneak up on Jinder, and he's gonna cash in, and he's gonna pin him. So,
okay, well, I'm saying Nakamura wins clean.
But remember, Jinder does have the Singh brothers on his side, so
and the Great Khali.
So if Nakamura does lose, it will not be the cleanest of victories. Put it that way. So.
But I'm saying Nakamura wins clean. That's my prediction. He's going to win clean.
I'm going to say Jinder wins dirty. So.
All right, okay. And that's the end of the match card. We would speak about Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus
Sheamus and Cesaro.
But that hasn't been confirmed for SummerSlam yet. But it looks like they are going with it. But we'll see what happens in tonight's Raw.
I think that could be a great match, but I don't want Sheamus and Cesaro to lose the belt. Because it just feels like they're taking two of the big singles guys and putting them on the tag division just so they can win the tag belts. And it's that's unfair to Sheamus and Cesaro, who have been working their asses off to raise the standards of the tag division.
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't have worked. Sheamus and Cesaro, it worked. Because usually when you put two guys who are big in the singles scene together, just thinking, if we just put two guys together in a tag, and it never usually works because they weren't built as a tag team. No, the two of them have made it work, and their feud with the Hardy Boys was fantastic.
Very true. And
so just creating another team like that, which is these two guys are singles wrestlers, a team, and it's no, please don't, lightning in a bottle, you can't catch it twice.
Exactly. But with that, I really hope the Hardy Boys come out and go, we're going to be, champions. We're going to be, the awoken Hardys.
The awoken Hardys. It's a bad day when a wrestling company thinks they own the word broken.
That's very true. But again, that's one of those things where we're just going to have to wait to see what happens with Raw tonight.
Definitely so.
And I guess we've been recording for the past hour, so I think we should bring this episode 3 to an end.
Yes. So.
We've done our predictions for SummerSlam. We're excited for we're excited for 2 matches. Well, I'm excited for 2 matches, and that's it.
2 matches, yeah, that's.
And I'm most likely to just kind of skip through everything and just get to the 2 matches.
I think I would have been more interested in the women's match had Bayley not been injured.
Yes, that's true. Completely.
So.
But that's another thing. We'll see what happens at tonight's Raw.
So.
And I really hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Please give it a like. Please give it a share with all your friends. Hopefully, you actually enjoy us two talking about random crap.
Yeah,
Episode 2 is just cut and going online within the next 20 minutes, actually.
Good. That means we're actually addressing the mighty spacemen of the future right now. So
very true. But give it a like, give it a share it with all your friends, share it with your family. If you just like, if you just like 2 people talking in the background, or if you just like something in the background, give us a like, give us a listen.
No, don't just share it with your friends and family. Go up to strangers and share it.
Yeah, just slap them in the face with it. Listen to Against the Grain.
Yeah, just get like a bunch of iPads. Go onto YouTube, and just give out these like iPads with like our YouTube videos like loaded on them, and tell them, you're missing out, dude.
Listen to these 2 idiots.
Do our advertisement for us.
We don't have advertisement. We're just
yeah, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get us advertisement from the public right now. So,
God,
spread the word.
I should really advertise the guy who I'm using this song for our new episode at the beginning of the new episode. It's Techno X. Go listen to the guy. The guy's fantastic. He does royalty-free music. Go listen to him. The song I'm using for the beginning of our intro is called Outglitch the Glitch.
Definitely check that out then. So.
Go check out the guy. He's a fantastic guy.
And if you want other great music, don't forget to look up the soundtrack to Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Oh God. No, don't. If you don't want to go in insane, actually, I'm already insane because of this guy. Don't listen to that. But again, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll be bringing out episode 4 sometime in the near future, probably this week sometime.
Yeah. Well, definitely going to just try and hammer a few more of these out. So
exactly, it's fun recording them.
There's just so much to talk about right now. So
exactly, but I think episode 4 should be kind of like, I think it should be about like old classic video games.
Yeah.
Growing up with video games.
That's a good teaser for the next episode.
Yeah. So I hope you listen to this episode, and I hope you listen to the episode that's going up online in the next few minutes. And I hope you listen to the episode 4, because we hope to be continuing this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, hopefully till the very end of time itself,
Until we're old men.
And considering the state of the world right now, it could be very, very soon. So Okay, with that's the end of the episode. Goes out. Roll credits. Quick, Andrew, roll credits.
I hope you guys enjoyed.